We're back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. There's so much to get to in this update. There's so much to digest and get to, and I'm almost kind of happy that Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. You got to wait for their potential, just because it's a lot, right? We have let's see, 5 new characters that you can take to level 70, and 3 of them are awakened characters, and 1 is a tier 3. And today we're going to be taking a look at the tier 3 of the update, Mr. Daredevil, Matthew Murdock himself. And I went ahead. I actually used my mega tier 3 ticket on him. I'll throw the clip in the video here. And I went ahead and I gave him a pretty good build. All right, guys, check it out. So, not that I'm really concerned about materials, but there's 5 characters that I potentially want to take to level 70, right? So that's a lot of bios. So I'm just worried about the bios, and perhaps, right, if we get like Mephisto mid-month native tier 3, that's going to be a lot of bios there as well. So I was going to save this, just like for a rainy day, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to use it on our boy Daredevil here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's select this man. Let's give him the tier 3. Yes, sir. Do we get to see the animation? I wonder. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, it's the fireworks, baby. Bang, bang. Love to see it. Got to 160. Rogue versus Daredevil. Who is the best speed tier 3 as of right now? Let's check that out. Pretty good build. He has 12 Odin's Blessings, and then 4 regular attack. Uru. I left the others blank. No particular reason why. I'm just not sure what I want to do yet. And then he has a stage 10 overdrive. And for his ISO 8 set, here's the thing. He gets let's see, he gets 10% attack speed, he gets a 35% crit rate buff, so you have some flexibility with the ISO 8 set. You don't necessarily need Power of Angry Hulk, right? If you have his attack speed to 120 and his crit rate to 140, you should be good. So you have some flexibility there. Thank God he gets a crit rate buff, unlike X-23 and Rogue. Both of them did not get that. And here, let me show you his uniform options before we do anything else. Oh, uniform option. Okay, so we have Red Guardian. We have Iceman, which is, that's rough. I don't even have that mythic. We have Captain America Endgame. A native tier 2. We got Mr. Fantastic. Yikes. And then Doc Ock. So, I mean, yeah, a couple of them are bad. This one's bad, and this one's the worst by far. But so what we're going to be doing is, so I thought in this video, because everybody's account's different, right? So you you need something to compare them to in order to really get a good demonstration of their value. And since Rogue was just recently tier 3, right? She got the uniform, she got the tier 3, and I think a lot of people might not have her tier 3 yet. And you only have 10 speed, but you only can have 10 of each kind of book. So you might have to make a decision on who you want to tier 3. Is it going to be Rogue or is it going to be Daredevil? And say you already have Rogue tier 3, and you're considering Daredevil. You can get an idea of where they stack up next to each other, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be kind of testing them against each other, and I'm also going to be testing Daredevil first with a proc. Now I might put something different on. I'll see what I have floating around in my inventory. I might put just a higher proc on him, and then I'm going to swap that proc to an energy, and I'm gonna give him that. I'll give him a regular energy and see how he does with that. I think he could work well with beatdown, as a matter of fact, but I know a lot of people, don't have mighty energies floating around their inventory to just to throw on any character. So I'll test them with a regular energy and Rogue. Let me show you a Rogue's build here. So she has, let's see, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. She has 14 Odin's Blessings. She has a stage 11, and she has a Judgment. We all found out that, you know, Judgment just works better on her, and then especially for Knull, just because of the, you know, so Rage, right? Pierce is kind of doing some of the work for Rage, and then Chain Hit is very important when it comes to Knull as well. At least the speculation seems to be the case. So I think that's going to be a really good comparison. I think it's going to help a lot of people make a decision, right? Before we dive into any gameplay, let's go into a skill preview, and I'm just going to show you a couple things with the skills. He really doesn't have like really any, like, you know, cancelable skills in terms of, you know, their effects continue on. So 3, I noticed that he doesn't get the attack buff, right? The attack for, hang on. So it's only when he actually strikes he gets the 80% increase to one attack. And here, so look, he gets that attack, but if you hit another skill, it just goes away. So he doesn't get the buff until I don't know if that's a bug, if that's by design, but he doesn't get you can't transfer that buff, and the buff doesn't apply unless he actually counter attacks, which I thought was really strange. I mean, you know, you have 2 and 1, 2's, you know, a short iframe, but you can't really cancel his skills. Like if I hit 5, if I hit any skill after 4 and any skill after 5, the animation completely stops. But on his tier 3, you can cancel it part way through. It's like right here, you can cancel it, and you still get that residual, right? You kind of see the those shadows or beams, whatever you want to call them, can continue on. So you can cancel his tier 3 part way through. But if I canceled it too early, like if I just hit tier 3 and if I cancel here, right, you don't see that effect anymore. So just be mindful of that. And thing is this, he has some really long cooldowns. Like, okay, so you got a 9-second cooldown here, you got an 8-second cooldown here. This one's not that bad, but then you have, you know, just about a 10-second cooldown on his 5th skill. So I haven't done like a whole lot of testing and playing around with them. The best place will be ABX, but I did a little bit, and I think I found something that could work. So what we're gonna do is this: we're gonna go into Knull, and we're going to first, right, test him with the obelisk that he has on. Actually, let me find a different obelisk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna throw this obelisk to the wind here. It's just basically a 180 proc, immunity to fear, immunity to web. Doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead. Let's equip this. We're gonna destroy that, and we're gonna destroy the other obelisk as well. I'll show you his stats real quick. Everything's capped, right? He's gonna get that crit rate buff from his 4, and that's gonna be capped as well. And here's the thing, right? So he has the accumulation on the third. He gets that buff for 1 attack. But like I said, from looking at the skill preview and watching the icons, right, paying attention to that, it looks like that does not transfer. It looks like you can't transfer it no matter what you do, and it doesn't even go into effect unless you let 3 play out. So if you are playing with a proc, that's going to be very difficult to pull off. But he's got the accumulation, and he's got some penetration. But on his 4th, the 4th is the buff, right? All the buffs. And then 5th is, you would think just damage, right? There's really no, he's got some all defense down, but when it comes to Knull, that's really not important at all. So we'll do stage 20. Here's the team we're gonna run with. Once I get, once I start doing the Iron Fist video, we'll be able to take advantage of Iron Fist leadership. And we're just gonna run. Actually, you know what? Do we have Ancient One? Yeah, okay. Here. Let's remove him. We'll throw Ancient One in there. And Daredevil, he has a lot of ignore or dodge, right? Might be able to cancel at that point. Like I said, I haven't had a whole lot of time. I want to get videos out to you guys. I just did the Mephisto one, and this is kind of first look type thing. So 3, 4, 5, right? You want those buffs, and We don't want to reactivate this proc here. We gotta wait for this. Yeah. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. And then proc on 6. If we can get a proc. There it is. And then you can go back into 3, 4, 5. So I think this could work pretty well, especially, you know, with a proc, with an energy proc. Now you could use 1 and 2, you know, if you're feeling a little risque. I don't know why we're not procking here. There we go. But you know what we'll do? We'll just run up. We'll run for, I don't know, like a minute maybe to the 45 bar there, and then we'll swap for an energy. I'm guessing the energy is gonna work out a lot better. Okay, don't activate it. There we go. We're kind of getting bamboozled with these procs here, but I mean, as you can see, you know, this is stage 20. It's not a low stage, but it's not really that high. It's not really that high. Maybe I could perfect his rotation a bit. I probably could do that, but I don't know. I don't think this is a bad rotation. All right, so it's like a minute. We'll call it a minute and a half to 46 bars there. A minute and a half. Let's go ahead. Let's swap that proc off and for an energy and see where the difference lies there, my friend. All right, and here we go. All right, so I'm giving him one with it's got a low ignore dodge, but I'll show you he gets 70% ignore dodge on his passive. So let's go ahead. Let's equip this. We're gonna destroy that guy, and I'll show you. So if we go, all right. So yeah, ignores his radar sense, ignores target dodge rate by 70%, and then even on his tier 3, he's got ignore target dodge rate by 100% for 10 seconds. So let's move and groove back in here. Now there might, you know, it seems like, you know, with his rotation, with his skills and cooldown, that there's, you know, probably at least a few different ways you can go about playing them. And that's something, you know, I'll have to experiment with. I had like 10 minutes to you know, just kind of to mess around with them a little bit. But let's see. I mean, if we get a proc, we're having such bad luck with this proc. We get a proc. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like it's working out to be a lot better. Much better. Wow. The difference between that the proc and in the energy here. There we go. Nice. I'm pretty sure we procced. Yeah, but you know, the animation is so long, and then we just reactivated the proc there. Wow. So it's like you can reactivate that proc if you let the tier 3 play out. You know, it seems like, you know, a rage is going to be what's best for this guy, unfortunately. Sad to say, and we're almost dead here. But okay, so it took us, even with losing that proc, it took us, you know, what, it was probably about 30 seconds faster to get to the same spot there, and even still going, right? So the energy is doing a lot more work than that proc, and you know that should kind of be expected. A lot of it probably has to do with chain hit, right? Chain hit, and you know, it's an additional 20% on that. All right, so what I want to do is I want to compare him versus Rogue. Now it's a little it's a little tricky when it comes to Knull, because you can't play him on the same stage, and well, unless I wanted to do 9, which I'm not going to do 9. For anybody who's been watching this channel knows already that it's not a good comparison. And in terms of the strikers as well plays a little bit of a part. So what we can do, so the best we can actually do would be Daredevil on stage 24 and then Rogue on stage 25. I think I already know what the outcome's going to be. I haven't tested it out myself, but all right, so I think we're going to do this. We're going to give we're going to give them both a debuff lead. So Daredevil's going to get, he's going to get Odin, and then Rogue is going to get Jean Grey. I know Odin has the additional resistance, but that really shouldn't affect anything too much in terms of the damage. And yeah, I think that's the best that we're going to be able to do here. So let's run Daredevil first one more time. And as you saw, the build, Rogue's build, and these are the strikers, and I'm going to try to give Rogue very similar strikers. I'll actually, swap Ancient One's uniform and give her Ancient One, and then, just give her 4 strikers that buff the attack there like that. All right, here we go. Daredevil stage 24. Now, I tried a couple, I saw someone else doing 3-5 proccing, and then doing 4 at the end of it, and then doing, sprinkling 1 and 2 in there, and then 3, 5, 6, and then canceling 6 at the end and going into 4. And here's the thing, you don't have any protection. Like when Knull slams down right here, if you don't hit 4, he pushes you back there, and you lose a lot of damage. It would be nice if I could go back into 3-5 before that proc comes back up. Rage might be, what you need to do for this guy. It's like you almost want the proc to come late on 5. Alrighty, here we go again. Trying to get these procs right with this man. It's a little frustrating because that animation on the tier 3 is so long that it likes to reactivate the proc. It likes to reactivate the proc, and it's not fun. But his damage is a little sus, my friend. It's a little sus. So here, what we could probably do is go 3-5 tier 3, and then, as like a safety call, save 4. You could do something like that. Wow, no proc. No proc. Yeah, not the best run for this guy, but it just is what it is. I've done this quite a few times already up to this point. I mean, maybe a swapping guy, but from the looks of it, it's not looking too pretty, ladies and gents. Okay, I think we missed it. Missed the proc there. Yep. We got it here, though. Got it here. And I'm not going to run this again. I'm just not going to do it. I've ran this a bunch of times so far. And, if you're running him with a proc, you might have to grin and bear it and sacrifice the proc activating once again at the end. But you can it seems like a lot of times you can get away with it not activating. Why it didn't activate there, I don't know. It's not what we wanted, but we got it here. And this is taking longer than I'd like to admit here. So here's where it kind of can get funky, right? You see how the proc activated there again. Doesn't matter all that much because we're getting glued up anyways. But I'm guessing that there might be something a little bit better. It's just like I said with Knull, you want the 4. You basically want to hit 4 in every rotation because you have the immunity to damage in 4 there. So if you can get away with it doing it like this, I think it could work out pretty well. If you can get that right, and you have his tier 3 up every other rotation there. And his tier 3, it's not one that likes to stick like Sentries does. I could see him working well with a beatdown, though. I could see him working really well with a beatdown because you have an opportunity to run around. And he's got a lot of survivability. If you're including 4 in his rotation every time, he's got a lot of survivability. And, I mean, this is taking him a while, guys. This is taking him a while. I might just call it at, like, 35 bars here. Okay, so it reactivated at the end there. I don't know, it doesn't seem so bad. But, yeah, I wish, we might as well just go down to the 30 bars. We're almost there. We are almost there. Gotta wait for this cooldown on 5. Well, maybe not. Oh, you're too weak. You're too weak. He said you're too weak, Daredevil. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's try Rogue now. Let's try Rogue. And yeah, you guys, you might criticize the gameplay there, but I don't know if you have a better way to do it, better suggestion on that. Let me know. Let me know, because I can't see it at this point. But here we go. So it's basically the same. Okay, so we have to switch Ancient One. Where's Ancient One? That's one of the reasons why I have him starred here, so I could swap that uniform. Easy peasy. Same with Groot. And we're going to run. I mean, probably should give her an ignore dodge striker. Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll give it ignore dodge. Okay, this seems pretty fair. Right, Rogue is even a stage higher. Like I said, the build's not too much different. Rogue's just a little bit better. I believe Daredevil stage 10, ISO 8 set in Rogue 11, and Rogue has a few more Uru in Odin's blessings, but we'll see where the comparison lies here. We'll see what the difference actually ends up being. There we go. We got the proc. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even seem like a contest here, to be quite honest with you guys. I don't know. We'll see. I remember Rogue getting through this a bit faster, but only because I gave her, support, and yeah, I think I gave her like Valkyrie, Storm, and Raven. But that's usually what you do, right? And you weren't necessarily clocking Daredevil's time, like if he was able to even get through it, because you can give him like you can give him Iron Fist support lead. But we're comparing him against Rogue, somebody who you kind of know where the damage is at, right? You know where their value actually is. You know where the value is, and having the comparison is going to be good. And it looks like she's head and shoulders above this guy. I mean, look at this. He couldn't even. He was too weak. He was called too weak, and she's kind of breezing through this, right? I mean, look at this. And all she has is Jean Grey's lead. Well, he had the same. He had the same lead. To be fair. But it looks like he's going to be a whole minute slower. A whole minute. So I think I just made a big mistake in not necessarily tier 3ing him, but giving him Odin's blessings, giving him so exactly a minute. A whole minute. A whole minute, ladies and gentlemen. Rogue is faster by a whole minute. So it's not even a judgment call. It's not even a judgment call. I'll go ahead and I'll show you. I'll show you the builds again. I'm pretty sure I already showed you, right? She has 14 Odin's blessings, and she has physical attack Uru otherwise. She has stage 11. She has a judgment, right? No forged CTP or anything, and her uniform is mythic. His is mythic as well. I showed you the options. So he's just missing what? 4. So essentially 2 Odin's blessings and 2 regular attack Uru, and then one notch on the ISO 8 set, and he has a regular energy. So I'm kind of glad I did not give him a forge. I was considering giving him beatdown, but I mean, he's not going to be that much better with it. I can tell you that he's not going to make an impact. He's not going to make a huge difference. I'm thoroughly disappointed. I have to say I'm thoroughly disappointed, and I'm pretty sure he had the agility tag. They took that away from him. They took the agility tag away from him. Because even if I put on his other uniforms, I can put on this one, and he still doesn't have it. He still doesn't. I believe, right, they gave him the heightened senses. Is that no? Well, they gave him the defenders, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. Yeah, I'll still go and watch one of my previous videos, but I'm pretty sure I was talking about that. So, guys, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm hoping Iron Fist is going to impress to a much better extent. And yeah, it looks like what I'll probably be doing at this point is I'll probably have to spend the crystals to remove all these Odin blessings. hopefully there's one of the events coming up soon, because I have a lot to remove off characters that I'm just not going to use. And probably even some of these ISO 8, and those are expensive. Like if you want to remove a fully awake one, 325 crystals. But in any case, guys, that's it. Yeah, did they do him justice? In my opinion, they did not. Just from doing that comparison there, just from doing that rogue at a higher stage, getting through it a whole minute faster. I mean, am I missing something? Am I like really missing something with his rotation there? Like, even with an improved rotation, the damage just isn't there. It's just not there, right? Like, if it was, if it was there, you'd be able to tell. You'd be able to tell and know, like, okay, if I can, swap some things around, like it seems like his damage output when I do this is okay, but I just need to be able to use these skills in a better rotation, in a better fashion. But that just doesn't seem to be the case. The damage even on the tier 3, right? When I cancel all the skills in the tier 3, like, there should be big damage on that, and it's just the damage isn't that big. And you would think with the over 100% ignore dodge, right? Like he's getting 100% here, and he has a 70% on his passive. I'm not sure if that stacks, but shouldn't matter, right? He has and he has an energy as well. He's got 28% ignore dodge on his energy there. So guys, I don't know. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you're disappointed too, and let me know if you think that I'm missing something with his rotation that can completely improve his value, because at the moment right now I just don't see it. I don't see it, guys. So I'll be back with another one probably later today. Probably get onto the Iron Fist, right? It's Iron Fist, and then we have Icarus, and hope that we get to that live stream soon as well. So in any case, guys, you stay tuned, you stay breezy, but most of all, friend, you stay safe out there now. Peace.